So my name's Ruth Padel, and I'm a poet from Britain, from England. And I'm Professor of Poetry at King's College, London. And I teach how to write poetry. But I also am a conservationist. I've written a book about wild tigers in India and Asia. So I've chosen, first of all, a children's book that I loved as a child, that all my brothers and sisters loved, and I read to my daughter. And I think it's a very profound book as well. It's written, the first part of it, of course, The Sword and the Stone. It's about the story of discovering who you are, how you discover your own powers, how you connect yourself to the world around you, and then you discover what you can do. My next book is also a magical book. It's by Charles Dickens. It is called David Copperfield. And it was said, he said, that it was his favorite book. If he had a favorite child, this was his favorite child. The third book I have taken from your library is Sylvia Plath Collected Poems. She was a pivotal voice, and she still is a very, very influential voice. And it's just called Cut, and it starts, "What a thrill! My thumb instead of an onion." I mean, it must have been a really deep cut, because she had practically cut the top of her thumb off. My next book is by a really brilliant short story writer, American writer called Lorrie Moore. And this is Birds of America, and so that's with a smile already because it's mainly about women. And she is both funny and tragic in the same breath, in the same word. People like that are the only people here. Canonical babbling in peed-onk. Okay, the last two words, P-E-E-D-O-N-K. You don't know what that is when you start to read it. Later on you find it's pediatric oncology. These are people who have children who have cancer, and it is a cancer ward. Okay, my last choice here, I'm absolutely delighted you have got it in your library, is Elif Shafak, the Turkish writer. It's a book called The 40 Rules of Love. And it's both about American suburban housewife who is dissatisfied with her life, and it's about Rumi and Shams of Tabriz. And it's an extraordinary amalgamation of old and new, of mysticism, of Sufism,